Hey divas, we're back, and this is an episode that we weren't really expecting. No, I'm joking, we were expecting it because, come on now. But the one thing I wanted to start off with is by saying many people think I'm truly toxic, which is like really funny to me. But it's because I listen to Future. Okay, if you don't know Future, you probably know him by Throwaway, that song, and it's like, my love don't mean that much to you, like that's what it says, and it's like, all like basically cursing out like your ex and stuff and like saying like a bunch of toxic stuff. And I just think it's a lifestyle. Like, I don't see the issue with it. It's more of like a lifestyle than, I don't know, being toxic, whatever. But it's only because he's toxic, manipulative, and apparently he's like that in person too, which, I mean, I don't see. I don't know much about Future and personality, just like, listen to that music type shit. But speaking of manipulation, there's some things I would like to talk about and go over, which is how social media killed romance and the personal experiences that come with that. Because listen, this is like one of like the major topics. I mean, people write essays on this. So I guess this is like a pretty big topic people are like debating about and talking about. So, of course I want to get involved with it. Whatever. But like the first things first, explaining I guess like the things that go under it. Like emotional manipulation, which is in my opinion as known as love bombing. If you don't know what love bombing is, it's when someone is going too over the top for you and doing all this, and then they either ghost you or just say, I don't want anything. I don't want anything with you. Like, they'll be, like, in love with you for, like, 2 weeks. And you guys will be talking, calling every day, like, hanging out, even maybe hanging out. Then 2 weeks later, not even, like, 2 weeks, but, like, whenever they just, like, are, like, bored, they'll just be like, oh, bye. And either ghost, block you, I don't even know. They probably will do anything because this is how people genuinely are. And I mean, this has happened to the best of us. It happens to all of us. But there's a little bit of a love bombing. I have an example for y'all. My friend has kind of just gone through a situation like this and was telling me about her and this guy, and a lot of things happened. And he said he, quote unquote, wasn't ready for a relationship. Okay, we're just starting off with that, and I think we all know where this is about to go. Wasn't ready for a relationship, but still made her feel like she was the only one, like, in, like, the world to her. Like, he only had eyes for her and all this shit. First of all, BS. But they called every night. They hung out a couple times. They called literally all day, every night. We would hang out, they'd be on the phone. I'm like, interesting. But when she decided to like ask like, oh, are we gonna be exclusive or are we gonna date, and then when she asked that, he said, you're the only one I talk to like this. Meanwhile, he's saying the only one talked to like this while actually saying he wasn't ready for a relationship. So I don't really, it didn't add up to me when she told me this. But I mean, he literally said, you're the only one I talk to like this. But he texted three other girls the same thing in like the span of a week. Like, oh my god. Bitch, please, like, are we serious? Three other girls? That's crazy. Okay, well, when she found out, he literally cried and cried and cried, and apparently made, quote unquote, made him feel neglected by when she found out that he was, I guess, like, love bombing or like manipulating her. Well, this is what the manipulation is in this whole thing. He was definitely love bombing her, but he was also playing her ass. But then also made him feel neglected. Bro, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Because the best part of this is that she ended up apologizing. That is pure manipulation. She ended up apologizing just for 2 days later her to get love bombed, and they never spoke again. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? If you know, you know. But oh my god, I'm gonna get canceled for saying that. But if you know, you know. And I mean, listen, she's grown from it. Okay, this is like the past, but this same situation happens to so many people throughout the world, like all over. Like it can even be like it's either the girl or the guy or whoever. Like they are fucking up in some way, shape, or form. And I mean, listen, if you don't actually want anything with a person, tell them at the start. Don't leave them along. It's like embarrassing for, well, they'll feel embarrassed, the person you're leading on, but you should feel embarrassed too because you're leading someone on that like you don't have interest in. It's going to make you look like a shitty person and embarrassing for yourself. Mad people would not like you. I'm going to tell you that right now. Nobody will like you and nobody will trust you if you do that to someone. And somehow someone is trusting that person right now and they're doing perfectly fine. But you get them the way you lose them. Or is that what it's called? Or you lose them the way you get them? No, you get them the way you lose them. So just y'all got to keep that in mind. But that's like one of the things that, I mean, social media is such a like a powerful place, network, whatever. It's such a powerful like thing that holds a lot of secrets and a lot of different things. Like, I mean, listen, if we didn't have social media right now, he probably wouldn't be texting 3 other girls with her. And I mean, maybe they wouldn't even have met. Who knows? Because back in the day, all you had to do was like, call like their house phone or show up at their house, throw rocks to the window, like be like, hey, like, oh my god, like, you want to hang out or something. Like, it was stuff like that. It wasn't like texting, ghosting, breadcrumbing, manipulation, love bombing. I mean, listen, there was manipulation and love bombing back then too. But it wasn't like like online micro cheating and stuff like that. Because, that happens on the daily too. And honestly, it's such a shame that this is what happened. But I don't know. I personally had a horrible experience with love bombing in a relationship. And that's also very true too. You can love bomb in a relationship, but it's so weird. I don't get how you can because you're in a relationship. But the way you can is basically you are going to give someone your all and whatever. One day you just stop. And honestly, just like a breakup. Maybe it was like honeymoon phase, people say. But you just stop and you ghost them, but then you regret it because you're like, oh, wait, we're in a relationship. Why are you ghosting someone while in a relationship? I get it if they did something, but if they didn't do something and it's just you wanting to be a whore, it's different. Oh, I can't say that. But you know what I mean? Like a bop, whatever. But it's fine. I mean, the signs of like the digital manipulation stuff is more of like gaslighting. I mean, I just told you, like my friend that I just told you the whole thing about, just got gaslighted, manipulated. I mean, that's horrible, but gaslighting, I mean, if you ever get told this by anyone, right? If you're getting gaslight through text, this is like one of the main things that people are so stupid with, and this is one of the main ways they will gaslight you. You will find or receive a message from someone else sending you like receipts of maybe them cheating or receipts of maybe the reason like why they weren't answering you or they were at a different place when they told you like, oh yeah, they'll be like, oh, I was at this friend's house, but it turns out that they were at this random party or something, or they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm sleeping, but they're at a friend's house. So if you have the receipts and you take screenshots or you screenshot the location or something and they're going to go, I mean, this happens all the time. Sometimes a good person will literally admit it, but 90% of the time they'll just be like, I never said that. Bitch, please. When you literally, oh my god, bitch, please. I literally have receipts of you going there, you doing stuff there. You were probably freaking there and we know you were. Like, I hate it when this happens because this happened to me. Literally, I have screenshots of where your location was. You told me you were, where was he? At a friend's house. Bitch, no the fuck you weren't. You were at her house, so shut up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they were literally, like, this happens all the time, and they're gonna be like, oh, I never said that. Oh, that's not true. Oh, that never happened. But yeah, your friends are sending me screenshots of you literally, like, saying, oh, yeah, I'm here. When I was like, he told me he was there. Like, oh, like, it's so messy, and this happens all the time. So many people are going to be like, I never said that. You'll have receipts, and maybe they'll manipulate you out of it, gaslight you out of it. That's so fucking embarrassing. Don't gaslight someone because you know you're in the wrong. Like, what? And it's like gaslighting and manipulation. People use, like, those terms on a daily basis. People do those things on a daily basis, whether it's with your family, friends, maybe even your relationship. And listen, it's fucking messed up. If you're gonna lie, at least cover it up good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna lie, cover it up good. Don't be like trusting all these people. A lot of people who you think will keep your secrets probably 10 times out of 10 won't. And I mean, that's just the reality of it. But you also don't have to be in a relationship and people will use that against you for this whole thing. Like, oh, I never said that, I never did that thing. You don't even have to be in a relationship to send that. But if you send that, they're going to pull that card on you. So then you're kind of messed up. So, girls, guys, be nonchalant if you think something's going on. Don't be like upset about it. Because 9 times out of 10, they're not even worth your time. Same with the people who breadcrumb you. But breadcrumbing is like just someone who sends you a late night text and like goes to you during the day, or random story replies, doesn't answer you, or they just like to remind you that you exist. There's no effort there. And I mean, that's literally like the icing on the cake, breadcrumbing. If you really like someone and they're going to breadcrumb you and just randomly reply to your story, randomly like text you at night, be like, hey, you know what they want, and you know that's all they want probably, and you know there might be someone else. And it's honestly, it's upsetting because all you probably like that person and they're just going to give you like no effort. You don't give your all unless someone is giving you their all. Same thing in friendships, like I talked about last episode. Don't give someone your all if they don't give you their all, because that is not worth it in the end. And then you're just going to feel so fucked up after. Not even effed up. You'll just probably be like, damn. I mean, there's boundaries you can probably set, but what is that going to do, to be honest with you? If they're just breadcrumbing you, there's no point. Like, everyone wants to form a real some people want to form a real connection in a shitty generation. And listen, it was so different so long ago. I could talk about that for hours, how different it was so long ago. But I guess we're just not going to get into that because, I mean, what we are getting into is that some things on social media has made an effect on relationships. And I mean, I can't even talk, but they've made such a big effect on relationships, the social media, with all the love bombing, breadcrumbing, ghosting, manipulation. Like, that has made a big effect with dating on social media. But it's not just like that type of stuff. It's also like comparing yourself to like an online couple, or like comparing yourself like to someone else's partner. I mean, listen, like, you can so compare yourself, but comparison kills genuine solid connections. If you're going to go and fight with your partner about like, oh, well, these people do this, these people do that, like, we don't do any of that, all we do is do this. Well, listen, communicate that in the correct way, and yes, it'll get fixed. But if you're just going to compare for the rest of your life, it's going to kill your relationship or whatever you guys have, a solid connection. It's going to kill it. And I do not recommend that whatsoever, but many people do it. So I don't know. A lot of people also, if you are looking and comparing yourself to these people who are posting online, you don't know if they are dating for love or for likes. You would genuinely never know. Like, a lot of people you'll see online. I mean, look, Kenny and Janae from Love Island broke up, and he said all these horrible things about her and cheated on her. And I mean, like, he acts like he has no interest in her sometimes, and it's just, it makes you think, like, do you think he did it for fame, attention, or something? Or, you know, he didn't even want to live with her. So, you know what, that's a whole different story. But, you know, a lot of people do date for likes. Like, they'll date, like, I mean, they want to, it's not even, like, about looking good as a couple. They'll date someone who's kind of famous, or like an influencer, or maybe a movie star, and then they'll just be like, oh yeah, I got this amount of likes, now I have this amount of followers, we should just break up. And that is so messed up. But this happens a lot. You can like probably read so many stories about that. It happened to a lot of celebrities, a lot of influencers that are like still growing, still having like followers. It happens all the time. So you really shouldn't compare to other people, because they're probably 90%, like 99% not as happy as you truly think. And I mean, they'll post like these quote unquote perfect dates, but they just don't post the flaws. They'll post these perfect dates, and you're going to compare yourself to all these perfect dates. Like I just said before, you're going to be like, well, we don't get to go do this, we don't get to go do that, we can't do this. And maybe you can't do those stuff because it's just not you, and it doesn't define your relationship. If it's not you and you see other people doing it, you don't have to do it. Don't feel validated or like, what's the word, like forced into doing it because society does it. You do you. don't do what other people are doing. And that's like the main thing ever. I mean, because these perfect dates aren't so perfect after all. I mean, we all have probably seen that. And there's like many, many things about how, like, oh yeah, this was my date, but we were arguing the whole time. Like, we did this, we did that. Like, many of my friends get treated right, but doesn't mean on their dates they do. Like, maybe they'll have like fights and it'll look like the perfect date ever. Like, you'll be like, oh, that looks so nice. Oh, well, we were fighting the whole time. Like, he said that, she said that. Like, it'll be like a whole thing. And I don't know. I feel like a lot of these perfect dates, it's, if you're going to compare yourself, you're probably having a FOMO thing. And it's like the FOMO effect, which is insanely real. And it's when someone is always looking at someone else, like looking at someone else that's better, and they think that they're better than their partner. And I mean, it's just a swipe away or like a DM away if they're like posting and you think, oh my god, like this person's hot, like they're probably so much better than my partner, they'd probably treat me so well. But you don't know that person personally to even say that. But you're having FOMO because you think that you're missing out. You don't even know them personally. What? Like, if you knew them personally and knew that they would treat you better, you don't, well, you'll never fully know. But if you knew them personally and thought they would treat you better, then why are you in this relationship to begin with? If you knew this from the start, don't be in a relationship just to be in one. Like, you know, like, you really gotta wait for the right person. And I mean, the FOMO effect literally is, it's pretty much micro cheating. I mean, micro cheating is like stalking and like possibly DMing like another person while with your partner. Like, you'll be dating someone and they can like hit someone up on DMs, they can text someone on anything else, and you'll be like, what the fuck? Like, this person literally just like played me. But they're not going to call it cheating because they didn't do anything physical. It's micro cheating because you literally are hitting up another person while with your partner, and it's going to be like, oh, you're so gorgeous, oh, you're so pretty, like, oh, we should go on a date. Ask them on a date, bro. That's insane. Micro cheating is like also not even just that. It's like the very, very little things. Like, you can like someone's story, or like if you're liking a post 90% of the time, you're liking what you're seeing. And if it's not even a friend, you're just liking, you like what you see, so you're going to like the post. Well, that's just like human nature. You like what you see, you're gonna like it. And that's like, I mean, that's always a hit or miss. Like, liking posts, like maybe it's a friend, but like, or maybe you just like everything you see, but it's not going to be good for you in a fight, and they're going to consider that micro cheating. So honestly, be very careful. But this happens on the daily. Micro cheating is also if you, okay, this is going to get me so mad. If your partner doesn't want you talking to someone, don't go behind their back and do it, because if you're going to go behind their back and text them, and then you have to like block them or delete the text messages off your phone, you know you're guilty and you know you're hiding something. 90% of the time they will find out in the worst way ever. Don't do it, because I've had to find out that in the worst way ever. And now look, I'm single. Like, you see, like, oh, you shouldn't hide anything. If you really wanted to talk to that person as a friend, communicate that. But we all know that's probably not as a friend, and you just wanted to talk to them in a certain way that is not friendly. Like, oh, we should go out to have some drinks, oh, we should go out do this. No, you didn't want to do that, because if you didn't want to do that, no, if you wanted to do that, you would have just told me straight up that you want to go hang out with that person. But no, you didn't. Instead, behind my back, you did that. That's micro cheating. You're like texting them and deleting them, clearing chats, blocking them, just to show proof that, like, oh yeah, I'm not with them. Like, oh yeah, I'm not talking to them, blah, blah, blah. Alright, well, whatever. Like, long gone now. But that's I feel like that's more than micro cheating. It's kind of cheating because people will consider it that. And I mean, people do it all the time. I mean, people can even have a dating app. Dating apps are a whole nother thing. Like, if you catch your partner with a dating app, I am so sorry to you. Like, I'm genuinely so sorry. Because they're going to be like, oh yeah, my friend made it for me as a joke. Bitch, that's not a joke, making a dating app while you're dating someone. Like, what? I mean, many people are just like, I feel like dating apps are such a hit or miss. Like, you're either going to swipe to find something, like if you want a real connection, but 90% of the time, you're not going to find a real connection on it. And people have, and good for them. They're married now. Like, people, they do good. I mean, if you're just like looking to meet people, do it. But if you're in a relationship, what? Like, no. And these dating apps are so like confusing. Like, It's so like people bait their profiles. Like maybe they don't look what they actually look like. Like maybe they're catfishing, or they're even like saying they're like the complete opposite of what they truly are. Like they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm adventurous. Oh yeah, I'm so sweet. Like oh yeah, I like to do this. I would never get mad at this. Blah blah blah." Like like they bait their profile so they match with more people. Well, turns out they're not like that, and they're insane and crazy and stalkers. Like you never know. I mean, I'm so scared to get a dating app. I would never do it, and that's my personal opinion. No shade to anyone who does it. All shade to people who stalk people on dating apps, though. If you're gonna go and stalk that person, shade. But no shade if you want to do it. That's all you. It's more of like an illusion of abundance. I feel like too many options that show up and you swipe and connect with is just gonna genuinely feel like commitment is like settling. Which, I mean, many people go on that to try to find that, and if you try to find that connection, people will so bait that too and be like, oh yeah, I want a long term connection. 90% of the time, they probably don't. And they just want to show that so they get more people. And it's going to be like too many options are going to feel like settling. And I feel like if you want something true, it's just going to have to come naturally. And clearly, it's just going to feel like settling for a lot of people. I mean, I know friends that have one, and they don't want to commit because they feel like they're going to settle. And I mean, listen, you don't have to, in a relationship, like settling means like having kids, getting married, or maybe even moving in together. Having like a normal, not settling type thing, like you're just dating, you're not getting, not like no plans on getting married, and you're just dating, and like, maybe you can move in with each other. I don't know if that's considered settling. Y'all gotta tell me that, because I don't know if it is. Because I mean, people have their opinions on that. I mean, it's okay, but I mean, you don't have to settle. Like, you can just like be honest. Being honest is the best thing. And it's why many people shut down on dating apps, is because of this whole thing, like thinking like many options feel like commitment, and like commitment feels like settling, and it's like a roller coaster of emotions with them, and you'll never truly know how you'll feel, but you also never truly know the person, because you can always just like manipulate and then block them right off, and be like, or gaslight them into thinking they're someone they're not, and you can also always just block them, because you're gonna be like, oh, I never met you before, oh, I don't even know you, so there's no point in even keeping you on my screen. And it's like, it's very messed up, but many people do that all the time. And this is what leads into the question on, is romance dead or not? We will never know. I mean, honestly, romance is not dead, because it's not like the whole world is like dead of romance. It's you personally, what you personally think about it. Like, you don't even know what the hell is even real anymore. I mean, like, you'll see online, like I was saying before, people date for likes. People date to just, like, show that they won. Or they'll date to just show and seek validation from other people. Be like, oh, I'm so happy you finally found someone genuine. Well, guess what? It's, like, bullshit for half the time. And you'll just be like, damn. Like, you really don't know what's even real anymore. And are people too self-care to be genuinely in love or romantic? Because people like to self-sabotage themselves. I am the queen of doing it. Self-sabotage myself because I don't want to get hurt. And people do it all the time. Because if you feel like you're going to get hurt in a situation, you don't have to put yourself in that situation. If you feel like you're going to get hurt, or someone's going to like hurt you, or you just feel like it's just not going to work out, you're going to have to self-sabotage. But here's the thing, if you're doing that, you can ghost if you want, but ghosting is like really bad too. But you can ghost, or you can just genuinely flat out tell a person, be like, I don't think I'm ready for anything. I don't think I could personally be in it. And as I was saying, like, the not ready for something could be bullshit. But if you're having the need and you're feeling like you have to say that to them because you don't think you are ready, that is 100% understandable, and you are just not ready to be in one, and you don't have to be in one, because don't force yourself to be in something you don't want to be in just to show something. Like, I mean, listen, people like that, it's so understandable, but don't get into a relationship that way. Like, that's not the way you're going to get into a relationship. Romance isn't dead. There's just some people who aren't very full of it, and that's like the people who want like secret relationships. I mean, secret versus private relationships, hear me out. Secret relationships, like, people are going to think that they're healthy, but secret is like basically meaning hiding you from everyone, like hiding the other person from everyone and acting single. That's so messed up in every single way, shape, or form. Why do you want to act like you're so single? Like, bitch, no the fuck you're not. Like, you're literally dating, and let's say you're like dating for months, in a secret relationship. I've had to do this before. Dating in a month in a secret relationship. That's so fucked up. And you're gonna feel so trapped because people are gonna be like, oh, are you dating him? Like, they'll have, like, suspicions, like, oh, are you guys dating? And you'll be like, oh, I don't know. Like, you'll just be like, no, we just, like, talked a couple times. Like, you're gonna have to hide that. And it's gonna feel so shitty because you probably want to be, when you love, if you're in love, you'll love loudly. Depending on if it's, like, little gestures, or if you post them, be like, oh, I love them, this is the love of my life, you know what I mean? But people are gonna be like, oh, that's so weird. But then you're also, I'm not gonna lie, secret relationships, they're gonna be like, oh, well, sometimes, this has happened before. Oh, they'll be like, the only reason I asked is because he was flirting with that person, or she was flirting with that person. You're just gonna be like, god damn it. Like, you're gonna be like, you're gonna be like, I messed up. You're gonna be like, I messed up big time and I should have never ever done that. And it's just gonna make you feel so shitty. Private relationships are the healthier version of whatever secret relationships. It's when people know you're together, but they don't know what you do. They don't know the success in your relationship, and they're just like more like, laid back. And you guys will post each other like a couple times, but it's not going to be every single day, like overly obsessed. Like, you'll post each other and people will know that you guys are together. Maybe it's like a profile picture of yours, or maybe like you'll take pictures, have them as your wallpaper, but you're not going to like tell the world what you guys do. You're not going to tell the world like the dates you go on. Maybe you can post like a picture of like you guys together and like whatever, like once in a while, or post like a little date, but you don't have to post the person directly. And it's like secret. Honestly, it's not secret, it's private. Win in private and love in private. People know you together and people know you'll win. But also, the best thing is, like, if you're gonna, I guess private relationships is the best thing. I mean, a normal relationship is just like, I guess, a private one, because I don't think everyone and anyone wants everyone to know what they do in the relationship. But I mean, some people do, and I mean, no shade, but it's a little weird, but I think they're healthy. I think the private ones are. I don't think the secret ones are. Secret ones are, you're just going to feel so shitty and, like, away from the world, and it's just not healthy. But people think very differently on everything, and they also think very differently on if social media killed it, but I don't think they did, because, I mean, well, now you can post it, and, like, you can post your relationships, people are going to be like, oh yeah, social media killed that, like, I have to post it, I'm going to feel like I have to. You don't have to do anything, but you're also going to be, like, debating, like, is posting your partner too soon, or a red flag? Like, a lot of people think it's a red flag, but most, like, if you're 100% about the person, it's not a red flag to post your partner, and it's not a red flag to be like, oh, can I, like, post it? Like, if you guys are both 100%, but if one is, like, 80% about you and you're, like, 100%, like, wait till they're 100% about you too. But if they're not 100% about you too, what are you doing? Don't be with them. Like, what? Like, don't have them be 50-50. Like, this isn't Love Island type shit, bro. Like, don't have them be 50-50. Like, it's, like, 100 a hundo. Like, 100 100. Like, no. Mm-mm. And I personally think, like, social media, like, red flags could be, like, if they post you and they don't tag you. I mean, like, that's, like, different. Like, never tags you in nothing. Like, never tags you in anything. Deletes the comments that they, like, comment on, like, your post or something. Could be even Facebook. Like, Instagram, Facebook, anything. TikTok even. Like, they'll comment, but then the next day, it'll say deleted. I mean, they'll gaslight you saying you deleted it, but 90% of the time, it's them deleting it. Or if they only post, like, thirst traps of themselves and they never post you. I mean, that could be like a private relationship, but at the same time, you should post like your partner like once in a while. Be like, yeah, like this, you should be proud to be with the person you're with. Don't be like